Hello guys, and welcome to another BAGM NHL 13 with the Winnipeg Jets. As you can tell, it's a non-live one as usual, and like it's I think this is the last one before I have a live one again. I'm not sure, but whatever. So this is going to be a trade-packed one, and also it has a great game in it. Hopefully I can fill all the talk into it, or I just have to trim the fat down, so to speak, even more. So here I'm just trying to get rid of all of the unsigned players I've never intended to sign. So I feel like I'm never going to use them, these players that I'm currently having here. It's kind of sad really, but it's just I could go for them and try to them becoming something at some point, but I don't want. I feel like it's better just to. I don't see where I'm going to have the space to actually using these players, and also I'm thinking that Phoenix, who haven't been looking good this early on this season, probably end up being one of the bottom teams. So I'm probably going to get a top 5 pick, hopefully, or top 10. Just the top 10 one is what I want, and hopefully that will be good for me. And so I go over to and have a trade with the Buffalo Sabres, because I don't know why I need a center, but I feel I'm debating whether or not to trade Burmistrom, because the fact is I have 2 playthroughs, and in none of them I have 2 playthroughs that are playing BOGM that's further into they're at season 2, and both of them have Burmistrom not reached 80, and thankfully I can't. He was the player I was looking for to have as a number 2 center, and him not being 80 or 81, I would want him to be around 81, and him not being that is really a blow to me, I think. So I'm thinking of trading him against another player at the same caliber, or someone older that have. I would really want Anisimov, or so I'm looking towards like Gersons, who have green, which means he have high probability that he will reach 4-star potential, which would mean that he will probably end up being mid 80s, like 84, 85, and that's what I want. That's a player that I'm looking for. And Scheifele will probably also end up being around 78, 79. So I'm in a big dilemma. Do I keep Antropov? That wasn't my intention at all. And probably the thing is, Talbot will probably go down, or he will be around that rating still. So I feel like I should keep him as number 3 center, and probably trade for me a number 2 center behind Duchesne, which will mean that I will probably go for having Scheifele playing in the AHL at the top line in that one more season before going for him. If he ends up being in 80s, he will be my number 2 center. But looking at both Burmistrov and them not growing as I want them to, and this is just me watching, seeing other playthroughs as well, and also checking out, checking it myself. So I don't know what to do really. As you can tell, I traded for Gersons, and I also put in Sulzer in the deal because the defenseman depth, you can always use them. As on forward side, I can always play with players like Shaw and other. I put them down into the AHL to get them more, but frankly I don't really care. I would like him to go up to a higher level, but it will probably won't happen. Which is kind of odd because in my other playthrough I checked Hayes. If you can have him do good in the AHL, he goes up to around 80s, which is perfect, because then I will get the winger that's in the 80s next season that can play in the because we will obviously have Whitney and Elias exit, and this goal is just hilarious. This is just what the hell just happened. This is one of these goals, yes. I can't get a normal goal, but I can get one of these. I mean, look at this one. Somehow I end up poking that at some point. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's a goal. So I will end up showing you more of this game, because I felt like the shortened last episode was not showing enough for you guys, and you deserve to be shown a lot more. And here is one of I got so many power plays this game. It's just they end up slashing, poking, beating. They did everything to my players, but I couldn't get anything done on the power play. I don't know why, but I had so many opportunities, but I feel this is still at the point where I'm rocking the wrong kind of formation at my power play, which I so regret now. I have changed it up a bit, so it plays a little bit better, but I feel like I need to try another type of style, like the umbrella style or some other power play style, because the normal type, the point type thing I have done for years, and usually work to just get the puck back to the shooters and just bombard, but yeah, so it haven't worked out that well for me. And you get to see a little bit more gameplay here, because it's been a while of me playing. Actually, you see me, this is almost over a month ago I played this game and made these types of trades, but because I need all this editing stuff, I just noticed that these were more easier to edit than the other ones, because I don't know why I made this one longer. That's why they're more easier. And you can just see this. I don't know, I can't seem to really get my players to aim. And how that one ended up to a Carolina player, I will never know. So
through the middle he goes. 2-on-2 the other way. Back to the point area. It's a good return pass along the
if
ice.
in the next episode you feel like, wow, this one feels like
Goaltender back in behind the net.
outdated or something he's talking about doesn't make sense, it's because that one was alive from like 3 weeks ago. But I've been bad at editing this, and other stuff have happened, and I have been doing, well, who cares really what I'm doing. I've been having fun with my life and stuff, while I'm also trying to find something I can work with, a job or something. I've been looking for a long time, but yeah, don't do so well at that point. So, this game, I should have edited a little bit more, I feel like. Too much shown. I will just be right back. So there we go, back here. You didn't need it to know that I ended up. Quick talking. Wow, I just noticed that my levels on was quite lower. I thought I could just lie comfortably and just watch it. Well, or my level of talking just got lower. That could be it as well. So, now to some more riveting gameplay. I thought I had more to talk about. Shame on me. But, I mean, those passes, I always end up, this is one of those times my pass actually went perfectly. These passes usually ends up being behind them or in front of them or being too hard. I mean, it's so annoying. I need to change to PlayStation, I feel like. Hopefully the PlayStation 4 can be a good system. For NHL purposes, I feel like those controllers will work out much better for me. Hopefully. It's a dream of mine, and hopefully. And look at this one by Stahl. Eric Stahl had me so done at that goal. You can go back and watch it again if you like. I won't edit or do anything other to that point. And here's another penalty. That I couldn't just score. I feel like if we wouldn't have, and as you can see, they got 2+2 penalty. I mean, if we would have a straight up 5-on-5, I think I would have won this game a lot easier. I have so much easier playing 5-on-5, and with this system I was playing with at this point wasn't working for me at all. So, well, that's just, what can you do really? This game was a lot of reminiscent of the first game I played against Carolina. I was in the first game. I was so much better in the beginning, and I thought I was going to run away with the game. But that was an amazing goal by the Jussi Jokinen earlier, and here I thought Pavlik, honest opinion, Pavlik should have saved that one. But I honestly can only blame myself for not scoring on all those bloody power plays. And here we got a penalty shot. And I didn't expect myself to score. Honestly, I will almost always go for a shot at this point, because I can't get around these deking controls on the NHL 13. I can't seem to get a good feeling to it all. I don't know why, but it just don't feel good for me. And here is another pass again that worked. In all the other games, this will never work for me. It's just so weird. Here it just, in this game, it just worked for me twice. Doing these amazing passes. And it's an amazing pass by Lad. White will never work is because they will do an amazing poke check you shouldn't be able to do. Or yeah, you should be able to do it once or twice, but not every bloody time. This was one of few times they actually didn't ended up doing it. Sounds weird, but yeah. And nothing more happened. I got another power play. And but I didn't really care about scoring in the last power play. Just playing in their zone, being one man more than them. And I had like 7-8 power plays or something like this. But my power play conversion in this game was horrendous, but I won the game. And honestly, I want to be, I hope they saw that they changed the immersion factor, because I mean, I feel like I'm so disappointed that my players couldn't get more points. That was all my feeling after that game. I couldn't score like 5 goals so that my players could get the points that they needed. That shouldn't be the deal about these things. Yes, they should be getting play with talented players, but it shouldn't be all about that, really. For me, like, the immersion in this one is just not up on par with what I want compared to FIFA 13. But now we will go over to a trade that I have been talking about in the comments. A player that it's a 75% probability that this player will end up being 85 rated at next season, which is why I want him. So I did try a couple of other players. So you can go up to top 5 stuff you can give up. So here we have the Florida Panthers. So apart from just getting Huberdeau, I wanted something I could use. A player not just having one first I went to Petrovic because it would be awesome if I could have gotten him to be in my team and getting him. So I'm just okay. I can't just get this. So I went for the first. I already knew. So I hoped I could get LRB, but it wouldn't go. If I would have went for what's his name, Clemenson, it could have gone good, but so I went for another different second rounder. And I tried LRB again first. But it ended up being this one that will go through. They say it's a done deal, but looking how good Huberdeau is going to be, and also Hainsey with his age, I have enjoyed having Hainsey, and I will end up making in the future a trade for a defenseman. So you will wait to see that, because I realized that I probably gonna end up having lots of injuries. So with that said, I hope you enjoy this, and say what you think about the Huberdeau trade. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.